Welcome to Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium, home to the East Carolina Pirates. As we'll see a squad from the American, the Florida Atlantic Owls, taking on last year's national champion, the East Carolina Pirates. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Pirates will kick it away to start. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Florida Atlantic's offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game. Now, and I thought the defense did a really good job at confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
They'll go up top on second and short. Quickly out to the tight end. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
To the ground with the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Wants to fire on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Yoder. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Owls really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Off the play fake. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. They bring the punter onto the field now. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. So the East Carolina Pirates offense has its first opportunity of the day. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel...
Right down the roll bar. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Might be changing the route. To the air, it's Underwood. Under fire. Complete downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Pirates headed quickly to the line. Looking to throw. Extending the play. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, East Carolina.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Green. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll run this play from the pistol. On the move, it's Quinn. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14. Let's talk for a second about Florida Atlantic. They were really excited about the pickup they got last week. Commitment from a 3-star defensive back, David. And when programs at this level can get guys like that in the building, everybody celebrates.
That whole building gets excited because transfer pool is one thing, but high school recruiting, when you can get somebody out of high school with some raw tools that are really good, you can see the future could be bright. You take those guys, you try to develop them instead of going into the transfer pool.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the grab close to the logo. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking to pass. It's Underwood. Finds his tight end. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And he'll be smacked to the ground. And the Pirates want to move quickly. Let's talk for a second about East Carolina. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion. And right now they're in the mix, which is really, really good halfway through the season. A lot of work still to be done, Homer.
Yeah, this coaching staff really at this point is just trying to keep this team focused as a top 10 team halfway through the year. It's about attention to detail, and that's got to show up in this one today.
Got it in the middle. It's Clark. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. The Pirates are flying down the field. They just keep firing. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Pirates. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really nice penetration by this defense, getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go. And this defense has started the game so good. Several drives, no points allowed, and setting the tone on this drive.
It's that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. He'll field it close to the 50. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. Great place to start for this offense. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Looking to the big tight end. But that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing the second.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. Here's the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He might want another play. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Not much running room there, thanks. senior defender.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. Little touch pass to the receiver. Makes his man miss. Oh, he's got some space. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
A run for the quarterback. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Power football with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Scanning the field, it's Underwood. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Outside the pocket, lets it go. With the catch, it's Johnson. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pressure coming. Snagged in the middle, it's Johnson. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
You see it so much in college football where they motion a running back out of the backfield. What are they looking for? Man coverage. Are you trying to cover my running back with one of your linebackers? If you are, I'm going to take advantage.
Breaks into the open. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air on first down. He's got him. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. And the Pirates racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Flushed out of the pocket. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be third down.
That is exactly what I would tell this quarterback to do. Throw that ball away. Don't force it. Don't create a turnover down here in the red zone.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, ECU. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well. Offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you've got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Makes the grab. It's Perkins. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Catches it at the 30. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. Put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Baker. Fires to the big fella. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Fleming. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The Pirates are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they needed.
After the big first down sack for the D, it's 2nd down. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to pass on 2nd down. He rifles one deep to the left. Touchdown, Purple Pirates! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Mississippi State is putting on a show offensively. It feels like they've been ringing those cowbells all game. They're up 14 over South Carolina. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must score, but man, you've dug yourself an early hole, and this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half, so create some momentum now while you can.
Makes a man miss. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. The Owls want to pick up the tempo. Second down, he'll throw it. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. Might be calling a hot route. Back to pass, it's Baker. Pulls it in, it's Johnson.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage, and one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed over the middle, it's Johnson. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. And the Pirates come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man on the right. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Wants to go up top. Under fire. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, East Carolina.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll bring it out. It's Hill. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone, and you're stopped at the 8. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best atmospheres in football, and we've got a fun one from Greenville. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Florida Atlantic about to boot it away and get this second half underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw, it's Baker. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Here's the pressure. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
There are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Oh, they're after him. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to throw again. Fires to the big fella. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. Took a shot as he threw. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass. It's Baker. Got it in the middle. It's Clark. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. The Pirates come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Touchdown, Pirates! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last 2 plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
And he puts through the extra point. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And it was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Green. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Off play action. Got his man downfield. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense. The confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Wants to throw on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Collins. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Pocket breaking down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. Hunt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. That's caught. It's Rodgers. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Quickly complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, ECU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to...
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. Catches it at the 15. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Looking downfield, it's Baker. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
This time, it's complete. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying. Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Finds the tight end. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Something up for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. Hit as he throws. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the 1st down. And the Pirates are marching down the field. Back to throw, it's Baker. Catch in the middle, it's Clark. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Finds his man. It's Rodgers. And after the explosive run, giving this offense a little bolt of energy, he steps out of bounds with the 1st down. The Pirates want to crank the tempo. This quarterback part of their running game. Touchdown, Purple Pirates! And they take it in for 6 points. With that last score, things comfortable here in the fourth as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Finally.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
0 points on the day. That's really all you have to say about this offense. It's been a struggle fest. They've been riding the struggle bus. They haven't done anything right today.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, East Carolina. The defense takes matters into its own hands. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. The sure hands. It's Hill. They use that sideline as a defender and get him out of bounds at the 36.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds a man in the middle. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
And after having a nice gain like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. They'll need to get the ball to the 34 to convert this 3rd down. Looking to throw. Unloads it left. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. And his slip's just inside that right upright. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
And I think the quarterback throwing that pass off his back foot is what led to that incompletion. Just not as accurate as he would have liked to have been.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Baker. Fires to the right. Got him in the open. Quick with the spin move. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Takes a hit as he fires. Grabbed in the middle, it's Brown. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Florida Atlantic. Again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
To the air on 2nd down. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And man, this offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far today, this has been ugly.
He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here we go. Break. Let's go. To the air, it's Baker. Looking left. A strike downfield. Flying down the left side. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing a playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Punt is on its way. Here's a return from midfield. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future.
Going deep. He's got it. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it down first and goal. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? Looking to the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Duff. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown, and there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
And the Owls can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The hand to the running back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.